Hey, Jennifer Martin here. So are you looking to move to Roswell, Georgia? Well, let's take a look at the housing market.
Okay, so let's take a look at the housing market for Roswell, Georgia. This is from Redfin, and what we see here is the median sales price across the U.S. is $382 right now, and this is as of January 2023. And home prices were up 1.2% compared to last year for the median home price. Median is pretty much the middle, right? We don't want to take the average because the average would include the multi-million-dollar homes and the very, very low homes. We want the median because that's the majority of what people are buying in that range. Now, if you want to see, if you want to compare the total U.S. to, let's say you're looking to move to Roswell, Georgia, well, for single-family homes, you can see the orange here is Roswell, and the black line is the average for the United States. Average median price for U.S. again is $382,758, and as you can see, the median price for Roswell, Georgia, is $594,250. So the median $594,250, and year-over-year growth, even though we went down in January from November. Look at this, still year over year from January last year, Roswell, Georgia is still up by 15.4% year over year growth. So even though we're settling down a little bit, we still are up 15% from last year. I guess this would be the ultimate peak, was June of 2022, where the median price was almost at $700,000. So we've come down quite a bit. Now the U.S. Housing supply. So as you may know or may not know, the more supply you have, the better the buyers have at negotiating, right? Because there's more options to choose from. So the more supply we have, the chances of prices stabilizing. If we have less supply, that causes prices to continually increase, because there's more demand than there is supply. So what we're seeing here, the housing supply has increased for the U.S. year over year, 18.7%. And if we look down at Roswell, year over year, 12.9%. So even though we've gone up a little bit, we still have a lot of buyers in the market. So we're not seeing huge price decreases right now because we still have a lot of buyers competing for homes in Roswell, Georgia. Okay, so check out this map. I thought this was pretty neat. So this is on Redfin as well, the U.S. migration trends. And this kind of gives you an idea of why we're not seeing price decreases in Roswell, Georgia. The map here with the purple are inbound, and as you go orange and a darker orange to almost the brownish color, that is outbound. So as you can see, Florida definitely has the most inbound traffic, as that's in dark purple, but Georgia is also in the light purple. If you hover over Georgia, more than 5,000 people were searching to move into Georgia versus out of the state. Now, if you compare this something to like California, look at this. More than 41,000 people were searching to move out of California state versus into the state. So this is showing you where people are migrating from. So even like Oregon, more than 2,000 people were searching to move out of state. So these people are moving out of and moving to these places that are in purple. 7,000 people looking to move to Nevada. 9,000 looking to move to Arizona, New Mexico. I mean, there's Texas, 13,000. So Georgia, so this whole South. Looking at this map, you can kind of see that split in half. A lot of the upper half is the people that move, migrating from the north and coming to the south. A lot of that is for affordability. Look at New York. More than 23,000 people were searching to move out of New York. I personally have clients coming down from New Jersey, New York, Ohio, all these places that we see here. I'm currently working with people, Connecticut, moving down to our area. So this gives you an idea of why you'll see the housing market going down in some parts of the country while it is increasing in others. So the news about the housing market crashing, it's really depending on state by state, where you are in the country and where people want to move to, because it all becomes about supply and demand. If too many people want to move to the same place, there's not going to be enough supply, right? So this is a good tool right here that I like to look at. Okay, so this is cool. This is what Keller Williams provides us. We have this monthly. So this is for January 2023. This is for North Atlanta Metro. So all of the counties that we service around Roswell, Alpharetta, Sandy Springs. We were talking about the median price being $600,000. So I went ahead and I highlighted the 500 to 600 mark and then the 600 to 700 mark just to show you what is going on. So if we look at the price points in January, the number of active listings, which is the second column here, as you can see, the number of actives between 5 and 600,000, we had 718, and between 600 and 700, we had 464. Number of pending, so this is how many went under contract in January. So 509 of those went under contract. Pending ratio, it's pretty much the same. So 41% of the listed homes for sale went under contract. Number of closings, we have that 231 under 600,000 there. Take a look at this number right above. I didn't highlight this one, but $400,000 to $500,000 price range. This is crazy. This market right here, because this is where affordability comes in. There's so many people looking under this $500,000 price. 408 properties closed in January between 400 and 500,000. We need more properties in that price range, but I don't know if that is even going to happen, at least anytime soon. So looking over here, total distressed, 0. We have no distressed properties. Failed listings. So there are still a portion of properties not selling. Those are the ones that are overpriced. So we still have, 42.7% or 48% on the next bracket there of houses failing to sell completely. And the next column is month supply. So what this indicates is that we're still in a seller's market, because between 500 and 600,000, we still have a 3.1 month supply. And then between 600,000 and 700,000, we have a 3.5 month supply. And what that means is if everything on the market in this price range was to sell, that it would take 3 months for everything to sell. And so the what you consider a normal market would be 6 months. So anything under 6 months is considered a seller's market. So even though things are slowing down a bit, we are still in a seller's market, and we are still seeing multiple offers over asking, waiving all contingencies if the house is priced correctly and if it's a house that everybody wants. Median original list price, we're seeing $560. Median sales price, $533. So the median there, houses are selling at 96% of their asking. That's in both categories for 500 to 6 and 6 to 700,000. Median days on market a little bit higher here, 55 days median and 37. So compared to the rest of the country, we're still doing very well. We're definitely ahead of other areas for sure, because we have so many people moving in. So if you are looking to sell, it is still a great opportunity to get a great price on your house. Okay, so let's take a look at what's available in Roswell, Georgia. So I just searched the city of Roswell, all single family detached homes. So there's currently 96 homes on the market, and I just sorted these by price. So the low is 390,000, and then if you click on this, the high 3.5. So we do have a lot of properties here over $1 million. And there's not really a whole lot here. As we were talking earlier, the median price for Roswell was $600,000. So if you want to see how many homes are available, let's say under $600,000, which would be the median price, that is, let's say, 35 homes. So we currently have 35 homes available under $600,000 as of March 4th here in Roswell, Georgia, starting at $390,000, and the highest, of course, being $600,000. As you can see, we do have a few price decreases. One increase. There are quite a few, and that's because a lot of people are still thinking about last year, right? They still think they can get above asking, which is happening if you price your property correctly. So if you price your house where people want your house, then we're seeing multiple offers. But if not, we are seeing a few price decreases. So this actually is for properties under $600,000. So I searched for sales in the last 60 days under $600,000, median list price $525,000, median sale price $480,000. Now, if we were to change this and do all of Roswell without having a price cap, there were 90 homes that sold in the last 60 days. And if we do the same thing and create a CMA here to see what we have. Okay, so here, let's see, list price versus sold price. We'll follow this down. All of Roswell, Georgia, we are looking at a median list price of $587,500 with a median sales price of $589,000. So that is, really close to what Redfin was saying, as Roswell being the median price being $600,000. Well, they're pretty accurate, because just the last 60 days, the median sale price of everything sold in Roswell was $589,000. And it looks like they're selling at 98.84% of list price, with the average days on market, or I should say median, with the median days on market 21 days. All right, so let's take a look at the mortgage rates. So I always go to Mortgage News Daily and click on mortgage rates. Okay. So the current mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed rate, which is with great credit, currently for, I'm recording this as of March 4th, 2023, average interest rate is 6.97%. So Mortgage News Daily has a great mortgage calculator, and what I'm using here is the mortgage loan comparison calculator. And I just want to show you, as we talked about the median price being $600,000 for Roswell, Georgia, if you were to put 10% down, meaning your loan would be 90% of the purchase price, your mortgage amount would be $540,000. So with the $540,000, today's interest rate is 6.97%, and for a 30-year term. And then I put in loan 2, which I put last year around this time, where interest rates were at around 4% at a 30-year term. So if you look over here to the right, you'll see loan 1, which is today's rate, your monthly P&I, which is principal and interest. Now, this is not including your taxes and insurance. This is just principal and interest only. Your loan payment, with the interest rate of today's rate of 6.97, your payment would be about $3,582 a month. And last year, for this same property, if you were buying it at $600,000, putting 10% down, your loan payment last year would have been $2,578. So year over year, that difference is a monthly difference of $1,000. So you're paying $1,000 more this year for your payment than you would have last year for the same house at the same price. So that is a big difference. And that is why we're seeing the housing market stall out in a lot of cities. Not so much here because we still have a lot of people coming to Georgia. Okay, so here is a great mortgage calculator. We put in a home price of $600,000 with a 5% down payment. That's what I'm seeing a lot. Today's interest rate, 30-year term. Just estimating some numbers here for home insurance, taxes, and stuff. And so what they give for an estimate here on Mortgage News Daily for your mortgage payment, total payment for a $600,000 house, putting 5% down, would be about $4,194. But that would be considered PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. But that's not exactly right because home insurance is probably not going to be $1,000. Home insurance was probably going to be closer to like, I don't know, maybe $1,500. And taxes, probably on this $600,000 house would probably be closer to $6,000. So HOA dues, yeah, that's about right. More like $700, I would say, for neighborhood. So your payment would be about $44.64 a month. So of course, if you put more down, so let's say you take a $600,000 house, but you decide to put 20% down, that's going to change. That's going to reduce your payment to only $3,867 a month.
Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to stay updated with what's happening in the North Atlanta market, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.